What's up, everybody? My name is Craven, and welcome to the first episode of my new Minecraft 1.21.11 Minecraft Let's Play series. And in today's video, we are going to be starting on our new world. And I have actually tried this a few times already, as you can tell, but I am now going to be doing the best I can to the best of my ability to play this game and get this perfect. So, first of all, the name of this world and series is Craven's Forever World. So, this whole series is going to be a crazy let's play, but more or less, it's not going to be crazy. It's more or less going to be meticulous and all over the place. I'm going to be doing the best I can to make a video, and I basically am just going to be doing Minecraft to the best of my ability and not stressing out over it. So, first objective is definitely to get some wood. So, wood is not the best resource. I mean, it's the best resource here. And I'm actually thinking I have a few ideas for today's video. So, first things first, I want to get a starter house made. Wherever that may be, I want to get it made. I'm not exactly sure where it's going to be, but it's not, I mean, you know what? Since we're over this way, I'm going to go over to the mangrove forest, and I want to grab some of the resources over there and try to just go on ahead and get some of these with all that I need and not really worry about it. So, I don't know. I've never really actually built with mangrove wood, and I think this series might be a new horizon for me, or at least it's gonna be a new journey for me, in the fact of the matter that this whole thing is going to be this series is gonna be like none that I've done before, to where I think I'm gonna go out and over and beyond with what I'm building. And I actually already have a plan for what this is going to be looking like. So, I will say this, I do actually like making long, based videos, so anything that's like talkative, I normally get good at, and I don't really like talk the best, but I do really like having conversations where it might not be the best conversations, but it's still a cool time to be going over, because I'm more or less talking about things I've been working on, and I just see it as a good opportunity to really get to know my audience and really just talk to y'all in a way that I probably wouldn't if I was doing some other thing. So, okay, I have around 12 pieces there, and then I also have the saplings there. So I got the saplings. Let's do this, and let's head over to the village. And I actually see some things I do need too. I want to get some sugarcane and packed mud too. So I have a decent idea with what I'm gonna do with this world, at least with like pathways and stuff, but like, okay, I need to stop saying that and actually like say what my plan is. So pretty much I have laid out a whole universe with Minecraft, or at least with my YouTube series. I've laid out a idea of how this can basically get golden and be pretty much perfect. So I do notice how I'm like grabbing a lot of these wheat seeds, and I'm doing that because I really want to try to make sure I don't miss anything. So yeah, and yeah, I mean, I don't think that I would be fully like bad on trying to do this. And I think, okay, so what I'm feeling like I'm gonna probably end up doing is I'm gonna stay close to spawn, but not close enough to where things don't seem good. So like what I mean by that is I'm gonna use all the resources I have and get the best spawn, get the best base location, because I'm most likely gonna be building different factions or different districts to this world, and where this village might be one of those districts, I have no idea yet, but I just know like my full-fledged plan is to make this one massive town, and there's different districts for the town, but it's one city, like how a normal city is, and then there's like different like little cities in that one big city. So or different like neighborhoods and whatnot like that. So basically what I mean is I have a plan of action to where pretty much this okay, so I didn't never told all the town name. The town is the whole city in our like world here is called, it is called Everett. Everett is run by a guy named Everett, and he has a brother named Seth. Seth is a leader of a different world that I have that I'm running that is mainly a shorts world, but it also will function as other stuff too, because I have a lot of things. Oh crap, I did not mean to hit you. I'm sorry. I hope a village, I hope a thing to come for me. So I got bread, leather cap, so I'm gonna put these on because why not? Why not today? I'm just kind of going at a little bit of a different pace here because this video is gonna be more of travel and exploring the world that we have here, and not caring about how long it takes, because in the past I have noticed how whenever I really run through Minecraft, I don't really accept everything and I just kind of go all over the place. So my main goal for today is to just run through everything. I'm probably also going to make a house though, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time at this village. I'm just trying to make sure I get all of the resources that I would need from this village for like future projects that I would need in the future. Like I think this is, I don't know what this is actually. That is interesting. I never would have guessed to come in this, but I don't know. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that we did go in there because we saw that. And I know I'm not going to be able to grab all of these, which that would make a pretty good stuff. Wait, was that no, it's not enchanted. I was like, if that was an enchanted, but I mean an enchanted thing, I would be in good riddance. So let's do this. I know I saw you, Froggy. I'm merely just trying to transport my way through this town, and I do think we could actually make the mangrove biome the mangrove forest a more wasteland type of district. So a lot of the farms will probably be in this area, or at least if they're not farms here, we're gonna have like a really rundown city here. And I did not mean to do that. I am losing my space there. Wait, did I grab the bed? Yes, I did. And I grabbed 2 beds, actually. That's crazy. Okay, so let's just try to get up this hill, and once we get up this hill, we can get to you know what, I don't think we need to get up it. At least if we can get around it, then that would be good. So well, I do need to get up it for the fact of the matter that I'm trying to see where I need to go. So I do actually want to go this way though, because okay, I know I'm not gonna hit there, but I don't know. This whole world is pretty interesting, and I actually kind of think I have a good world here. So what I'm actually thinking I'm gonna do is I want to explore a little bit. So I'm not trying to cut off here, but I do want to kind of see how this video is rolling too, because I don't want to like start to make something and it end up looking bad. So I'll probably like start to run a few things maybe. I don't know. But you know what? I do need to go to bed though, because I don't want to not have enough. I don't want to have too less of a sleep here. So let me do that, and I did. And let's grab the bed, and then grab this, and well, okay. What I mainly have to do is I have to go help someone with something. But when I get back, I will come. Alright guys, so we are back, and that was a little loud, but we are definitely back, and pretty much what I just had to do was I had to go walk someone somewhere and get that done with. But yeah, I think what we are going to be doing is we are going to be going down this way, and we do have everything that we need. So what we are looking for is a really good area for a base. So I kind of see a cliffside being really good. I'm not exactly sure where we would find that, but on the other hand, okay, so what we are gonna do on top of the stuff here, and you are not gonna kill me, dude. I am not getting killed by a guy today. I'm not doing that. So what we are gonna do real quick before we journey on is we are going to be grabbing a few things, and those few things are going to be right around this area, and I did not mean to do that. And honestly, I don't think I should do it right here, because it is right where that base is. So what we need to do is we need to go over to this jungle biome And we are going to be grabbing at least 1 or 2 trees. I don't think we're going to be grabbing one of the big ones. I just want to grab one of the small ones because that would be a lot safer. And that way I don't end up hurting myself. So, yeah. Also, I do think that what we're going to do is we are going to do this. And I know I'm honestly taking this game at the slowest pace that I can do it. But I would rather take it really slow than take it too fast and end up dying. So, just sometimes if I'm kind of a little bit slow like this, just bear with me because I have a good plan for the long run and I don't want to mess up everything that I'm doing at that quick moment. I mean, at that moment that I'm doing these things. So, first things first, I do know that we need to grab these pieces of wood. I honestly don't know if I'm going to be grabbing any, if I'm going to be able to grab any saplings, but I'm going to try my best to, because I do know that it would be good to grab the saplings. So that's all I know. And then I think, honestly, as long as I can do a few things here, I do think, well, okay, I don't know. I do want to grab some bamboo too, because bamboo is going to be a lot help for like extra builds that I'll have in the future, or at least things that I'm going to end up doing. I don't know. My mind's a little bit all over the place because I'm like really trying to make everything like make ends meet here, and it's not to where it's not so confusing. So, yeah, and I think, oh, I did not mean to do that. So, yeah, I did not mean to cut off the noise. I literally cut off the volume of my computer. So I don't know why I did that, but I just did that on accident. So I do notice how we have a few things here. How many saplings of the acacia? So we have 2 jungle saplings and 2 acacia saplings. How did I get 2 acacia? Oh, I get how I got that. Okay, that makes sense. So let's get. Oh, I did not mean to destroy the thing there. Okay. Dearly noted. Thank you for letting me know that. I did that on accident. Can these stack? Yes, they can. So that's good. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna exit out of this area here. And I do notice you, chair. I do notice that thing there, but I don't want to really worry about that. My main goal is to just keep on exploring this area. I do think as long as I can come out towards this way and notice where I am, I should be good. I'm pretty sure that... Okay, I think I went the wrong way here. Hold on a second. Okay, so let's go out this way, and I want to at least... see the output post, and I don't, but I mean, this honestly looks pretty cool around here. So I think what we're gonna do is we are gonna do this, and I want to go on ahead and I want to head over to this village over here, because I do notice that there is a village And I do think I'm gonna actually end up killing some of these sheep too, because I do actually need food, because I do notice how I do need that. So that is one thing that I do really need. And I do think I'm also gonna end up grabbing some of these flowers too. So that's the thing. So there we go. And then I don't think we're gonna stay at base around here. Set base around here, but it is nice to just kind of check each village when can, to just see if there's anything of use. And I think this might be of use here. No, because there isn't any items in there. And I do see the church over there, but I don't notice anything else that would really stick out to me. So, okay, let's just go on ahead and head back this way. And I do notice how I do have the pieces of bread, so I can honestly I can use the bread as the food for now. And I think honestly bread probably will be the best source of food that we have for a little bit, I think. So yeah, and I'm trying to decide if I really like this area or if I want to kind of take a little more time. And what is down here? Oh, that's just diorite. Okay, so yeah, I think I want to just at least, I don't know. I'm just trying to think about, I don't know. But first things first, I do need to get some sleep. So I'm gonna do that. Just now. And this whole I think what the plan should be is this. This is a good area to lay down, just on the safe side. This is a good area. So I do have this area, but I do think I want to explore a tiny bit more, because I do know that we didn't necessarily have these areas around. So yeah, and I think honestly I think we were going this way. And I don't think I honestly saw that. So as long as I can at least get through this area and know that I did go through it, I'll be good. And I need to avoid that stuff. Okay, there we go. And then yeah, we're gonna hit some stuff here. Okay, this looks familiar, I think. I don't know. Honestly, I honestly do not know. Yeah, because there's the outpost that I saw earlier, and I was gonna go grab the stuff over there. So yeah, I just went off the course for a second. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna do this, and I want to keep at least going straight. Yeah, let's just continue for a minute. I'm just trying to find the best looking area, and I really do think that it's a contender. Yeah, I traveled this way, so I'm hoping that we can run into a little mountainous area here pretty soon, because that would be pretty cool to have, and I would be able to stay around this area. What's over there? Okay, that looks cursed. No, this actually looks cool, though. That actually looks cool. You know what? I think that this might be where I call base, and I think I might end up using some jungle wood for the base. I think I might do that. I think I might just do that, because that actually seems like it would probably be the right move. And what I could honestly do, I don't know. There's the wolves, and I want to get some dogs. I do know that. Let's do this, and I need that. I obviously need the piece of that, but honestly, let's just explore a little bit more. I think that would be a good idea, because I'm finding so many different areas, but they're not so, like, they're not exactly what I'm looking for, to be honest. They're close to it, but they're not exactly it. Like, I could definitely see this area over here working too. Okay. Yeah, I just need to come closer and see if it actually would be perfect, because I don't want to mess up and accidentally be in a spot where, hey, like, this ain't working, we gotta move type of deal. But honestly, I see this as being a perfect area, and we could use all of the we could mainly use the blocks that we have and just make a really good area. So here's what I'm thinking. What we can do is, we can build the house up here. I think it can go, like, let's say the house goes right here. So the house will end up going here. I do think it's going to end up being stripped wood, but for now we're just going to place it down like it is a normal thing. And this is not going to be the most... Yeah, this is going to work. This is going to work. I do want to make a elaborate house, so we might need to do some terraforming too. I really want to do this in a best way possible. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. So that's gonna be 4 right here, and then I think I want to at least go on ahead and get out those few things. And I just realized I don't have what I was thinking that I had, and I think, yeah, I need to make a new crafting table, because I left the crafting table that I had back there. So, okay. So, the crafting table and all of the resources I need for this are around here. And honestly, I could, yeah, this is good. This is good. I'm just trying to, like, still, like, fully think about it, so I'm not, like, going too far into depth, I guess. And why am I like just like staying in here? Because I could just mine out this pretty easy here. So there we go. And then I do want to cover up the holes though, so like all of the area where it's like right there should definitely be covered up. And I don't think we're going to be coming out this far, so I can definitely end up building this right here. If I need to move it, I will, which I think what it's going to be is the house. It's going to, actually it's going to do that. So we're going to have it come, I want it to be a 5 wide. I want it, every area needs to be 5 wide. So I am 5 long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, well, I could honestly just make it be 4 wide, and that is the instance of stripping it. And I did not mean to do that there. So just remove that, and then there, and then I think we also will end up moving it up. I think it'll go up at least 3, but that would be it. Yeah, so it would go up 3, and then it would go back here. So that's the area for this. But then I'm also going to end up coming around 5 this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I need to go back that much. So it's not looking worse off, actually. It's looking pretty good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, yeah. Yeah. Well, and so the main reason I'm thinking about like doing it in the way I'm doing it right now is because of the factors of it actually like working out, or at least I'm trying to make it seem a lot better. So first things first, though, I do want to finish up the areas here. So I need to get a shovel, and I do know that I'm going to need to go mining, so I'm going to go for a little mining trip after this little clip here. And I think if I can at least like move it out to here, and then maybe if I start to outline it to where it's doing this, and then I just don't want it. I want it to seem seamless so that if there is like ever anything else like coming on in this world, it can just look natural. So like this is a natural gradient of how it would look, even though it's a little bit like spacey outy wise. It still works because I have all of the stuff. Like I started to dig it out, and the tool just broke, and that's not best. It's okay, but it's okay. So, yeah. I feel like my... Oh, I know why it's so quiet. I know why it's so quiet. That makes sense. Okay. I just forgot, like, how quiet it... I mean, I realized how quiet it was, and I was like, why is it like that? But I know why. I get it. So, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's right here. So, pretty much what it is it's gonna be like a little T-shaped area, and what we're gonna have is one side is gonna be where the beds are, and then we're gonna have a little area in the middle where it's like y'all will see what it looks like after like a minute of this. I just want to at least like get this somewhat out. I wanted to at least get it somewhat outlined so that y'all could at least like visualize what I'm saying, because it is a little bit confusing when it comes down to like everything with this, at least I feel like. So yeah, and I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna continue this, and I'm gonna I think I might have an idea with this. So, okay. I do notice the cocoa beans, so I need to fix that. And I need to, like, notice it there. And I think, okay, this works. So I could just do it like this and knock this part of it back. Yeah, that works. And just mark it back. Okay, not terrible. That's not a terrible product there. That honestly makes a lot more sense with what we are doing, and I will need to move this back a tiny bit, because if I want to have enough space to walk back behind it, I need that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will go there, and then we'll need to remove this tree right here, but I don't see it really being a major issue as of this moment. I feel like this is a lot bigger of a house than I've had in the past. But I don't think I've built it like in this style in a long time. So that's probably why too. So, yeah. But I think what we'll do is definitely, I want to at least get the build outlined and maybe the supports made. But once I get that done, we will come back and I will work on a few things. So I'm going to do that, and then I will, how about this? I will go on ahead and get the whole house outlined with like all of the resources in it. But I'm going to build the actual outline. This is just the stilts here. So the outline is going to have all the walls made, but then we're going to come back together and then we're going to build all of it together. So let me get the resources that I need for it, and then we can get on with it. Alright guys, so since the last cut of our video, we have been hard at work, and I actually have kind of been a little bit all over the place, and I have, for one, installed a few mods because I needed them, and two, I did a few things to kind of help myself, more or less, with the fact of the matter that, hey, I need, like, a better setup. But I also ended up doing this, and I went on ahead and I changed up the layout of the house because, for one, I do need to make sure the house actually works, and two, it's better being a lot more organized with things. So I didn't want to like make the house look a little bit like too big, because if it was too big then it would be a little bit much. And I'm trying to emphasize the fact that if I'm building up something, it won't be like terrible. So what I mean by that is the house this house is not going to be where all of my storage is. I've actually figured out a way to store everything in a mountain type base. So there is actually a mountain entrance over there. I don't think we're going to use it, but I'm pretty sure at some point or another I do need to actually like build a massive like base for that. So my goal is to get to that at some point and get it made. Not sure or like quite like apticate, like I don't know exactly when that shall be, but it shall be in the near future. And once we do get to that, well, we will be at a point in our YouTube, or in a point of our world where it will be really useful, because right now it's not terribly useful. I mean, it is useful, but I feel like we are more or less worried about getting things made up and not like, I mean, we're honestly, first worry is surviving. So I just need to do what I can do to make everything work with this. So I do think that the roof is gonna be built from this side, and I am actually using stone. I'm using slabs instead of stairs, because I'm trying to make this seem a lot more fitting for our design of what this area is meant to be, which I don't exactly know like the best way to do everything, but I don't know. Hold on here. So I have the fences. I do actually need to build them up on top of this. So I just need to build them up 2 more on each side, because I believe that when we place them on top of here, we'll probably be at the layer that this will be at. So let's see where this takes us, because I don't want to be too off with this. So we're right here. Let's go up 1 more, and that did not work perfectly. There we go. That works for right now because I do need to kind of like build this up. I do think we might end up, I think I might end up making this go further one more, because it just would make sense to have it be that it starts to go up right there. But so it starts out there and then it goes over one, so we go over one, we should go over one here too, and then we go up one maybe. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is uneven when it comes to like all of it. And I just fell down again. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna have to like figure out how to so I'm gonna once I find out how this is gonna work, I'm gonna just go off of that. But I'm not. So I'm not thinking about it working off of this right now. I'm not worried about that. I am not worried about that whatsoever. So I just need to remove all of this, and it might be that we take it down to 2. But 2 would make it be that it would be a lot, like, lower down. I probably should have lifted this a little bit, which I could do that. So, you know what? Let's lift up this building at least a little bit more, so that we can have it be a little bit lower down, I guess. So that'll go there, and then that will go there, and then all of this just needs to kind of go like this. And then I think what we can do here is we are going to build it out from the edge. It's going to go like that on both sides. So on either side, we're going to have one that covers it, and then one that comes in and comes up. So then this way we know how this is supposed to kind of react here. And then coming up here, I think we just need to have a kind of connecting here. So I probably should not have used all of those up, but now this can just come like this, and then there, like the roof will now be able to connect to this. So that will start out right there. So it's going to go over 2, and then up 1, and then over 1. So then that will just kind of start out right here. So there we go with that, and then this will come to where it's connecting there too, and then this will just complete off that. So now what we need to do is we just need to do this, and I hope this looks good, but I would not be surprised if I probably should have done the other, like done a different resource with it. But honestly, it could really and truly look pretty good too. So I'm just thinking about how that could be the case too. And that becomes the part of there where that just needs to connect there. And then I think we also will need to have an outside point here. Yes, because right now it just looks a little bit flat. So I'm gonna put one right there, one right there, one right there, and then one go here, one go here, one go here. And I do know that I'm basically just kind of, I'm not really like connecting all this up, or at least what I'm basically doing right now is I'm just kind of dividing by like all of these kind of things here, except for those two. It's not connecting like correctly, so I'm gonna need to go back over it. But at least what I basically just did was I just kind of went on ahead and said, hey, why not go on ahead and build up what I need here, and then start to more or less go over it. So there we go with that. I do think we're gonna have to end up going off of this. Hold on here. So there we go with that, and then that goes there. So I do know that we probably just lost a few of these, but going I don't know. I've just got to kind of like look at this from the edge, and also kind of like be like, hey, this is how it's supposed to look. Bear with it. And yes, I did not forget that I needed to do these two. There we go. So that honestly does look decent. I probably should have moved it in a lot better, more or less. Like, what I mean is I probably should have done it a little bit more cohesive, but I didn't really think about it being an issue with like safety. More or less, I was just worried about getting the house made up instead of it actually making sense. Okay, yeah. And I did not mean to fall down here. That's my fault. Okay, so good. Okay. So pretty much, looking at it from afar, looking at it from back here, I would honestly say that's a success. But I do see where it is off a little bit, so I do need to fix that real quick. And I probably should get rid of this tree right here. So crouch and then get rid of that. Yes. That's also one reason I did that. It would actually get rid of the trees a lot better for me, and that way I can actually do it without, like, having an issue. So, yeah. And why do I keep on doing this? Why? I have no idea, but I'm just playing the game here, boys. Okay. So, yeah, I honestly would say that is a pretty good house for the first video. I do think I'm kind of thinking that we might change the flooring to a different block, but that would be for a different day, because right now I'm just playing this game as is, and I'll let it be for now, but I was just kind of thinking, why wouldn't I, like, do the whole, this is what it is, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm more or less thinking about the fact of the matter that I need to work on getting some things, like, figured out. So it's just, like, what would work. But I have a lot of time to really, like, work on this area, and it's not the best. I mean, not the worst use of it, so I mean, yeah. And I do know that I do think, hold on here. So if I just put it to where it was right here, yeah, that looks fine enough. And I mean, it makes sense to actually have it working like that. And then I can just place down, I can place down 2 chests on this side and 2 chests on this side. And this can be the miscellaneous, but then this will be where all of my resources are, but I can also place another one right there. I have a lot of room in here to utilize everything in the best to its capacity. So that's what I'm going to do there. And I think what I could honestly do is I could make another, no, I'll have other stuff that I need to make too. But first things first, I do want to get some windows made. So how many windows how many pieces of glass do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. So that's 2, 4, 6, yeah, 7 pieces of sand. I need 7 pieces of sand, and then I'll be pretty much a-okay with that. So I know I might be kind of taking a little bit more time on this, but I'd rather it be perfect and not, like, bad than it be looking bad. I want to make this as pretty as I can before the end of the video. And I think what I'm also going to end up doing is, even though I probably, I don't know, I do need to make a I need to make a torch here too. So what I can do real quick while this is all smelting up, and I'll actually utilize this one. Why not? But I do need to go over to the house and go over to the mine real quick and get some torches made, because that would be the best use of all of the resources I've gathered. And it is gonna take going up all of this area. So Yeah, just bear with me while I actually do this. And I think, yeah, so, I don't know how all this is going to work. And I do need to get this piece too. So that works there, and then yeah, there we go. And I don't know how many pieces I just got from that. I got 4, so that works perfect. That works perfectly, and I didn't know that I am probably going the wrong way, and I was. So I keep on doing that for some reason. I don't know why, but I just keep on doing that. And I do need to eat, so eat the apple, boy. Eat the apple. I do think what I'm gonna end up doing though, definitely got these, so this is all made. So that of the house is done. I do want to make a few more chests though, because I am gonna actually organize all of this too. I could honestly use barrels though too. You know what? I'll just use the things here, and I'll just make 6. I don't think I'm gonna need 6, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Yeah, so, well, if I utilize 6 of them, that would basically take up most of the space in the build, which I don't need to do that. So I'll keep these for keep's sake, or I might honestly just cover up the backyard here and just use. I'm gonna use this one for the trees, so I need to kind of like organize all of that out, and then this is all jungle, so put every bit of jungle here. And I know I'm kind of like going at it really slow, but I'm not trying to glitch it out. Okay, so all of that should be good. So with that, I do want to go to sleep real quick. I think it's not nighttime yet, though. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna need to figure out the whole log situation. I could honestly put the log on the bottom here. And follow these along there. No, I don't need that. I do need to put the oak, all of the oak on the top layer here. So that's that. And I would honestly say that the top here, this one is just all of the miscellaneous stuff for now. And I can just go with it being like that. And then whenever I need to like actually organize it better, I can do that. So I honestly think with that being said, I'm gonna grab the last bit of this and we're gonna get to bed. So I would honestly say that we had a successful video. I know that I could have done a lot lot better with like building the house, or like I could have done a lot more today with this. But for that being said, today was just the first video. So I'm not mad that we're just starting out with this being the first house. And I do kind of think that what we'll probably end up doing at some point is covering up this. And I think it might end up being like a retaining wall, as I did say before. So I'll kind of figure that out at a later point. But for now, I hope y'all did enjoy today's